Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name's Beverly. I do things planner related. If you're new here, welcome to the hot mess. And if you're coming back, you know the drill. So today we're going to do a flip through for October and kind of see what my October was like. If you're new here, I was in 2 books in October. I was having a little planner crisis. And not really a crisis. I'm going to call it a month of indecision. I was in the B6 and my B6 Stalogy weeks, kind of back and forth, and at one point simultaneously. So it got to be a little crazy for my brain, but you know, that's how it goes. So let's start with, I started off in my B6, so we're going to start there. Let me put this over here for some minutes. Move my stuff out the way. So I started off in this B6. I decorated it, made it look pretty. My goals for 2023, my master to-do list I had, my adulting list, my task reminders, my work projects, my finances are under there. The class I'm taking, that information, capsule wardrobe I tried to do, but I don't have enough clothes. I'm an automatic capsule wardrobe because I don't have clothes. Packing, routines, non-scale victories, and then meal planning. So this was all meal planning. I did have my months up here. I hated them, ripped them out, put the months in the back, but I'll show you that. Oh, well, I guess I can go ahead and show you. These were my months that I did in here. This was October. This was my work planner that I mapped out in my classes, when I was going to complete each object in my class, blah, blah, blah. This was going to be for November, my November work, December work. So those were my months that I did. So let's flip through what October looked like. And this whole book is October, and it's the reason I'm flipping through the whole book. It was all October. I was only in here from like the last week of September to through October. So I had a month, and I had my goals, and let's see how I did on my goals. The wardrobe, I did do, it did help me kind of see what a capsule wardrobe is, how to build on it from my basics. So as I do continue to lose weight and continue to go down sizes, it kind of helped me realize what I wanted, kind of what my base color is, how my style was to be, that kind of thing. So it did work. I didn't end up doing the 333 wardrobe, which is a minimalist wardrobe. You wear 33 items for 30 days. But I do that anyway because I don't have any clothes. So I just have the basics until I reach a plateau. I just have a few of this and a few of that, and then the rest is just clothes that are either too big or too that don't fit anymore quite right, and I keep those for like lounge wear around the house. So gym consistency, this is the most consistent I've ever been with my working out. It wasn't gym, it was working out. I have been working out at home for a couple of weeks now because I did have COVID, and it kind of got me out of going to the gym for a little while, and but it, you know, it is what it is, and I have been working consistently out at home since then. So video ideas list, I did do that. Update my resume, I didn't do that, but I'm in the middle of this class. And so I think I'm going to move that to the end of the year and move it into a 2024 goal after I finish my class and get my certification. Then I'll update it all at once because I'm not changing jobs. So I don't necessarily need it right now, but I like to keep it up to date as I go so that I don't have to like remember all the things I did. Did my holidays, have a holiday tomorrow. Moons, did those. Enjoy families and friends, absolutely did. We did a lot this month. Start holiday budget, I did that. Detailed spending, did not do that. I've been horrible at spending for months, and I've got to do something. Not that I'm overextending or anything like that. It's just like I'm not keeping track of it or doing what I said I would do. So it's that. Start gift list, did. Fly Ladies Cruising Through the Holidays. I did start it, but I am not going to finish it. I couldn't get into it. It just wasn't for me. Stick to routines. Pretty much did that. I was pretty good with routines. I did have some days that I really struggled with fatigue. I found out my iron was low. Now that I've started taking it, and I've had it for a couple of weeks and really getting my iron level back, I'm feeling much better. Meal plan and prep, I have been doing that. And then, so working out 3 times a week, I pretty much did that. Videos 2 to 3 times a week, I stuck to 2. Bills weekly, I do my bills, I just don't do my spending and my tracking and stuff like that. Books 1 time a week. I did do that sort of. I would usually binge on the weekend a book or a book series and then finish it up during the week. So it kind of run into one week or another. I would do a series and read like 3 books in a weekend. So I'm going to count that as done. I did track my food. I did get up at alarm most of the days, and my gratitude, and it's the longest I've ever kept up with a tracker and gratitude. So my goals went well. This was my to-do and my zones list. I finished all of that. This was my gratitude. I was here until the 23rd. But I did keep it all up, and I did do all of my tracking while I was in here. And my dogs are gonna bark because they're a pain in my butt. So this was my first week in here, and this was the 25th through the 1st. So like I said, the last week of September, first week of October, first day of October. And this was what it looked like. It was super messy. I was COVID positive at the end of September. It just was what it was. And that really mucked up me going to the gym. That's how I ended up doing home workouts a lot. And I've kind of enjoyed it. I don't have any excuses. But these have been messy pages. I was just brain dumping on a page. This is the next week. A lot of brain dumps. I put everything on my dailies, so these were really, really messy. I was coming out of quarantine at that time, so things started to pick up. Really, really messy. So I had here that I went into the weeks for the weekend, and I do, and I was back in by Sunday, but I was doing a lot of errands Saturday and Sunday morning, so I was in my weeks because it travels well. And then I jumped right back in here. I kind of back planned, and well, I kind of future planned in here, and then I took this and put it in my weeks, back planned what I did and what I checked off. So it's kind of a mix. I did this setup, didn't like it, didn't even use it. For the next week, did this setup for the next week. I actually did that with the plan with me. Did not like it. Brain didn't like it. Hated it. Absolutely hated it. But I did keep my days. So again, 2 days per page. This was a day off that I had. I had a bunch to do, and I did it, but along the way, I found a lot of silent to-dos as I was going through that I just either ignored or I kept forgetting, or it just wasn't a priority. So I started writing it all down, and it ended up into this. I went through, I did not do all of this. I did quite a bit, but I didn't do all of this. I went through and processed it. I either put it as irrelevant now, or gave it to someone else, or put it on my monthly or master to-do list to deal with later. you know, so I went in and processed all these things, and at least they're kind of on my radar again. They're at least on a list somewhere. So that is helpful, or I finished it. So this is where I started my class, because I finished module 1. So got my fountain pens out, started using those. Back to a weekend. I future planned this. This and like this page, but I future planned this, took it, put it in my weeks, did my weeks, come back, marked off all the things that I did, because I do process these pages, so I don't leave anything unchecked or undone. So this I was back in my B6 by Sunday. There you go. This was the week I tried that I didn't like the last week layout. So when I didn't jive with this week layout, I tried this week layout. Didn't like the thing in the middle. Okay. Then I did, this is all journaling. So I did some journaling in here. So I ended up with this week. So this was the last week that I just went through. And I can always come back to this. This is a tried or true kind of week for me. It's Hobonichi week style. On the left is your to-do, or your like layout, and then you have your to-dos. I do an extra one in here. On the front, I did all my routine stuff, like my house routine stuff or things like that, home routines. And then on the back, I did work stuff that I needed to do. So I ended up in this layout. That was what that week ended up being. It didn't work for me. So the next week I did a vertical week. I did a vertical week. And then I did the to-do lists over here. So this worked out well. I'm still actually doing this. So this was the week I was in the B6 weeks too. So I have a little note to myself. This was the week that I was kind of carrying around both planners. I was doing both planners at once. I was simultaneously updating them. This was me trying out a fountain pen, and you know, I was in B6 weeks for the weekend here. Did a brain dump. Then I came back for the following week, and I said I was going to just do planning in that one, do my planning, and then use this as a notebook. But I ended up setting up a week. And then I set up to-dos, my to-dos, and then my dailies. And I was in here like a day or two, and then I was back in the B6 weeks. I had future planned all this. I didn't touch it though. And then I took my B6 apart. So in order for my brain to settle, this is more future planning. So in order for my brain to settle on a planner, as long as I had options, my brain would never settle. I couldn't make a decision. I just couldn't. It was kind of planner paralysis, if you want to call it that, or something. Executive function disorder, whatever you want to call it. So what I did was I went in, and that's why it looks like this. I took all my pictures out. I took it out of a cover. I took out all my stickers and stuff. That way my brain would no longer, or I would no longer have this, it wouldn't look like a planner to me anymore. So, and as soon as I did that, I was fine with the weeks. I didn't want to hop back in here. I don't really have the want. I did look at this and maybe doing this. Like this was at the the beginning of the week before. That's this week. This is the week we're in now. I was looking for a layout, practicing layouts. But once I made that decision, took it all out, did all the things, it's like it just took the option away. So I settled into the B6 weeks, which was an issue for me because I am traveling over the next month. I'm going to be very busy over the holidays. I have some more travel coming up. So I need the portability of the B6 weeks. This is portable. I can fit this in my sling bag that I use. But which I think people are calling a fanny pack now. Or it was a fanny pack and now it's a sling bag. And I have an oversized one that I use as a crossbody, and it does fit in there. It's just, it doesn't fit well. I can't carry anything else. But with my B6 weeks, I can carry my Kindle with me if we're traveling and some other things. And I can fit in there like my glucometer for my diabetes, things like that. I don't have to shove it in there. So it does offer me portability. I was doing some Christmas brainstorming, kind of some quotes, Elf on a Shelf, 25 Days of Baking, just some lists that I was going to make. Back here, I was doing some brainstorming. Here is my B6 weeks versus B6 pros and cons. I was actually making a list because that's who I am. I'm a list maker. Looking at maybe doing just a memory book and then taking memories out of my planning altogether. Kind of a mind map that I started. Some notes about what I kind of want my flow to look like, what my planner system, that's very messy. Goal statements. I tried out this weekly layout to kind of look at it, but it was a little too busy for me. I was really looking at the B6 Common Planner by Sterling Ink, and I was kind of seeing if I would like it with the weeks and then the days, but honestly it came down to, one, the price. It's more, and I know that I do 2 pages per day, so I'll only get like half a year and still not have enough pages for like lists and things. So I'd probably only get 4 months in a planner, and that's, you know, 3 planners a year. That's pretty freaking expensive. That would be around, you know, $100 or more for that book. And then I wouldn't be able to change up my layout when I want to. And I get tired of this. I wouldn't be able to do it. So that kind of got me over thinking about that. So like I showed you, I'd already set up my weeks and my months in the back. And I have a couple of blank pages, and it goes into my finances. That's all that was. And then this is my 2024 looking forward. I had a month on 1 page. Just kind of scoping out some school schedules for my granddaughters, kind of where I wanted to take some time off, that kind of thing. And then this was a next planner page that I never used, and some sticky notes for some mapping out of how many pages I would need per book. So that's what this B6 looked like for October. So I was simultaneously in my B6 weeks, and it's kind of what this one looks like. And again, this one is only October. That's why I'm showing you the whole planner. This is all October. I have a lot of pictures in here of my family and friends. That's what makes me happy, and that's how I like to decorate. I have my holidays page, holidays list. This is from Plan with B. My other one, it was Plan with B too. It's completely the same. If you see any vellum you like, it's all from Canva. And this kind of this exactly mirrors my other one. my goals, my master to-do list with some sticky notes. I have a Christmas one that I need to buy. My adulting list, my finances, my work projects, my class. You know what? I can update this. I did all this. I did all of this. Oops. Come on. Don't quit on me now. I did my test, so I've finished with that. I'm going to be ahead, but I went ahead and printed out my module 6, and I'm going to take it with me on vacation. And if I can come back and finish it when I get back, then that'll be great. And then I can move on to my case study that I have to submit the 4 parts to it, and maybe I can get it done before Thanksgiving. That's my goal. Capsule wardrobe again. I had more details in my big B6 because I could write more, and honestly I didn't need it in both places. My packing list, I had it in both places. My routine, as I said, this is all gone electronic, so I don't really need this anymore. My ideal day and my ideal week, I do plan on keeping. My fail plan for my weight loss, I'm going to keep that in my booklet. I'm not even going to thing. And all this meal planning went digital, but I did have it at the beginning, so. And then for my month, this is what October ended up looking like. I was busy. We had a lot going on. We had something every single weekend. I'm going to tell you that November is no better. This was my goal planning for the 7 areas of my life. I went ahead and set up November, so it has some vellum in here. Again, I have something every weekend. I have a couple of more things I need to come in here and update before November starts. I already did my goal planning for November. No big goals for November and December. We're just, you know, even keel. Not rocking the boat. We're not trying to do anything stressful. I'm trying to enjoy the holidays. I ain't trying to self-improve in the meantime. That class is enough. If I can get out of that class, I'm going to be really happy. That's self-improvement enough for the month. This was just a list of family traditions and things we wanted to do, and some questions that I wanted to ask myself. Again, this was my October goals. They went pretty well. I'm going to say 80-20, you know. Balance. I live my life by the 80-20 rule. So this was my monthly to-dos. I did not put my whole zone list in here because honestly I was in there in the B6 off and on, so I had it all over there. I didn't really need it. I did keep up my gratitude, and it is up to date. Today's the 30th, so this is the longest I've habit tracked. This is my weight and my mood every day. So I continued to do memory keeping in here. I did do weeks in here even when I wasn't in here. It just kind of gives me an overview of my week and kind of a picture of what I had going on at the time. And I was hopping in and out of here, so I updated the weeks. Some more memories, another week. I wasn't in here much because I didn't have a lot on my to-do list. That's how I can tell. Some more memories. I was in here a lot because I had a lot of to-dos in here. That was this past weekend. Well, yeah, this was the last week. So I was in here almost full time, so that's why there's a lot of to-dos. This was the last weekend, so. No, this was last week. Sorry, this was the week before. So I was in here kind of simultaneously with my B6. This was the week I was in both, carrying them both around the house like a freaking crazy person. My husband's like, what are you doing? I don't know. I don't know, okay? I don't know. I could not make a decision, so I was just doing both. I don't know. So this was the last week. I was in here 98% of the time. Like I said, I was in the other one like simultaneously for like a day, and I was like, this is crazy. Stop the insanity. If you're old enough to know that reference, we can be friends. And, you know, took apart the book. So I wouldn't think of it as a planner. And sometimes that's all it takes, is you just got to make it not look like it's an option, and your brain accepts that, and it's just a shift sometimes. I think the ritual of de-planning it, so to speak, worked for me. So this was this week. I only saved 2 pages for this week because honestly, I was just going to use it as a memory planner when I set up October. So I tipped this page in. This page here is tipped in so that I could have a vertical here and then a to-do list on the back. This is this week. And again, I did only save 2 pages for this week. I did better in November. So this is tipped in again, so I can have a vertical on the front and a to-dos on the back. And that brings us to November. So let's look at the days. So this was the 7th and 8th that I noted in my other one that I was in here. It was a weekend, so I was just making lists. I used this as I ran around town. I did do Monday and Tuesday in here because I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I never used these. So there you go. I did some memory keeping for that week on a couple of pages. So this is the 14th and the 15th, which again was a weekend. And I hopped in here and used it for lists and things I was doing. So this is where I started keeping them pretty much simultaneously. So I was keeping them both up to date. I would update them both every day. If I was in one, I would back plan into the other, and vice versa. I know, crazy person activities. I don't know what I was doing. So, this was the weekend. And this is where I kind of decided that I'm done with the crazy. And when I made my plan with me, I said I was going to do my planning in here and the other one would be a notebook. I still set up a week in the other page in days. And like I said, it took me to like Monday or Tuesday, and this was just a brain dump. Monday to Tuesday to really take apart the planner and like, okay, you got to stop. You got to stop. See, I even add B6 to the B6 picks and something else. I can't tell what that was, but I knew what it was. Oh, pockets. So I was still mucking around with the B6. Oh, just psychopathic behavior. Oh, okay. So then I took apart the thing and I was in here full time. So I was using this. Had a couple of busy days at work, so I didn't do a lot of planning. This was this past weekend and I was in here 100%. Sunday, we went to Trader Joe's and stuff, so I wasn't making a lot of lists. I had a lot of errands to do that week, that day, Saturday. And this is today. Like I said, I use my days as a brain dump. Everything goes on it, ideas, thoughts, things to do, be it now or sometime in the future I want to look at or whatever. It all goes on the day. I come in, I process it, I decide if it's like something I'm going to do. Is it just an idea and I'm going to be like, nah, that's not really an idea I want to keep, you know, and where it needs to go. So that's how it works. I did future plan for tomorrow, you know, front plan. And then I'll leave on vacation. And I will use these days, like I said in my other video, I will go in and on the time, I will put whatever we did, where we traveled, what, you know, if we had things we did or events. Some journaling, I'll come in here and put some pictures of things from each day that we did if we stay gone. We haven't even decided. It is literally Monday. I leave on Wednesday. We know where we're going Wednesday and Thursday. That's it. The rest of the week is not accounted for. There's no telling where we'll end up. So that's what we're doing. And I know I'll be back sometime Saturday for sure. Might be midnight, but you know, I'll be back on Saturday for sure, because I have to have a day to reset. I cannot just rush into the week, and I'm just not that person. So all my other days are set up for November. That brings us to November. This is a bunch of, this is the gift lists and ideas that I had in my other one that I brought over here. These are some blank pages I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do with. This is my November calendar that I printed out. This is the SMPlans freebie OG month on 2 pages. This is personal size. It fits in the B6. Really nice. You can actually add, you can do it at like 105 or 110% to make it cover the entire page, where you get the whole page worth. It's very nice, but I printed it on the clear labels that I have, that I showed you in my Plan With Me video, to see if I would like, and I just set up a a month, to see if I would like writing on here. And I'm kind of on the fence about it, honestly. I don't know if it's my favorite thing, because it does have like a rough texture, and I like my pages to be thin. This does thicken it up a little bit. It's not as thick as the label paper that I hated and tore out of my B6, because it was just way too thick. And I did have back-to-back stickers like on each side that I had printed out, full sheets. So that was absolutely a no-go for me. But this isn't bad. I just don't know if I like it. So I'm undecided about that. This is all planner planning. Well, kind of like what I want to put where, how I want to do it, what my idea and my planner flow will look like, what my routines on my daily, weekly, monthly will look like. This is where I tried out the vertical in here, because I had the same idea as I did on my B6. And this is my work calendars for October, November, and December. These are my non-scale victories that I'd had copied from in both. Then it gets into my finances. And this is my 2024 looking forward in here. And this is a month on 2 pages that I just drew out, again, to kind of do some planning that I hadn't done in the other one. Some Post-its that I like. I put a clear dashboard back here so I could put like stickers and stuff on it. And then some more pictures. These actually should be over here. I just never move them over when I put the dashboard in. And some Post-it notes. And that's it. That's what I got. Those were my planners for October. So that's it. I'm going to be gone. That's why I'm making this video now, because I'm going to be gone, and I wanted something I could put out on Thursday at least. And it's the end of the month, so a planner flip through, and I thought you'd enjoy seeing kind of how my October went, the crazy that ensued, and how I dealt with it, and how I kind of overcame it. The planner paralysis and the indecision. I mean, this is what happens. Like I said, you know, a lot of choices is the death of functionality at some point, because you just can't make a decision. And when you have a neurospicy brain and you suffer from executive decision fatigue anyway, or disorder, like you can't make decisions. And I really struggle with that. and it's weird because I make decisions all day long at work. Like, my executive function disorder does not exist at work. I just do what I got to do. It's like I'm on muscle memory remote. But in my personal life and things that aren't really important, like, so my work is very important. Like, it's a very black or white kind of thing. This is personal. It's not life or death that my work can be. And that's not life and death. But it's very important. I mean, it has a lot of people in my hands. And so this is something I don't really have to choose. I could do both. I could carry around 2 planners like a crazy person and not be crazy. A lot of people do have 2 planners. Do they mirror the same thing in both planners? Probably not. But, you know, it was working for a little while, but then it got to where it wasn't working. I was leaving stuff in one and not in the other, you know, so, and really it only caused me distress. I was distressed about it. I was the one that's causing myself distress about not choosing a planner because I have never been a 2-planner person. And I'm not a on the fence kind of gal. That's just not who I am. So I usually pick a side. It's usually pretty clear for me. So it really did distress me that I was jumping back and forth in planners. And I'm going to be honest, being in here, oh, I love this book. I love it. But I know it's not practical for me right now. And I can't. I can't. And I can't go back. I can. Don't get me wrong, I can. But I don't want to go back to the chaos that was planning in both planners. Because I would basically use this during the week and then use this on the weekends. That's basically what was happening. You could see it. I was in here every weekend because that's when I left my house. I work from home, so, you know, I manage all my stuff from home. I remote work, so it's, you know, it's easy for me to carry this because I don't need to really carry it anywhere. But I am a person that I like to carry all my stuff with me at all the time, even when I'm going somewhere that I probably don't need my planner, but I want it with me and I want to take it with me. So there's that. And this thing got chunky. It doesn't look it now, but I had a bunch of pictures in here, and so it does get chunky. It does get heavy. I mean, this does too, but I am missing quite a bit of it. So, you know, there's that. And let me show you. So for the week, over the weekend, where are we at? Oh, damn, we're already at 40 minutes almost. I did go get another B6 cut. I had ordered, historically, my last couple of B6 Stalogies have been from the Little TN shop, and she does an amazing job. This has nothing to do with her. These are amazing books. I absolutely love supporting small businesses, but it can get pricey. And when you're going through as many books as me, I needed to know there was a little cheaper option. You know, I got these on sale on the last Amazon day, and I took one and got it cut. I rounded the corners myself with my corner rounder. It's a cheap ass corner rounder that I've had for freaking years. I don't even remember where I bought it. I'm pretty sure it was on Amazon, and I'm pretty sure it was like less than $10. It's the large quarter rounder. I've had it for years. It still works great, fine. Works good enough. And I went in and rounded the edges myself, and so I'll be using this I'll start this one in December. So I've already, I use mine upside down, so the little pieces down here, like the little dates and stuff, are on the bottom. I don't know, it's just a preference for me. But anyway, I already have it. It's ready. It cost me $2 to get it cut. So it's $2 on whatever your thing is. Now it's $2 because I got mine done at Office Depot. It was $2 because $2 is the minimum. So it's actually 80 cents per cut. So if you took 2 or 3 in there, it would be the same price. So it's, you know, it'd be basically the same price as getting 1 cut. So, and I told my husband, I said, next time I go, I'm getting like 3 of them cut. I'm going to get them cut 3 at a time because I will continue to use this. Be it if I hop into like a B6 for a little while, I'm still going to use this as my memory planner. This is for sure my memory planner. I love this thing. I love having my memories in it. Even if I'm not in it full time, it will still always be my memory planner. So these will always get used. So even if I hop into the full size B6 or an A5 or B5, whatever, I would never do a B5, honestly. But if I hop into something else for a little while, I would still use these as my memory planner. So that will always be a staple in my planner lineup, always. So, but I just needed to know that it was a little cheaper option because I mean, these are pricey when you buy them. And as many as I go through, I only fit 2 months in here. And I'm pretty sure it has to do with the fact that I'm going into the first week of December because it crosses over. And I have a lot of lists in here. I have a lot of stuff in here. So I don't think I'll be as busy in other ones and other months that I have in these. But, you know, like, if I'm going through one every couple of months or every 2.5 months or so, that's a lot of planners to go through. So anyway, so that's the plan, and that was October. I appreciate you hanging out with me today. If you like this kind of thing, give me a thumbs up. If you want to stick around for the hot mess, you're welcome to subscribe and stick around, hang out with me. I will be back on Sunday for a plan with me, or Monday. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. It'll be Sunday or Monday due to travel and recovery. But I'll see y'all again, and we'll keep working towards 2024. I cannot believe we're saying that. Man, October is done. We have 2 months left. That's it. I just told my girls the other day, you know, like this weekend, we were talking about when we're doing our big shop, when I want to take the girls to Universal one weekend to see Grinchmas. I want to do all these things, and you only have a couple of months to shove them into. And, you know, and this year I set a goal to have more family in my life, or to do more things with my family than I have any other year, and I absolutely have. I've seen my family more in 2023 than I have in years. And it's been one of the best years I've ever had. And I want to continue that. And I'm looking forward to it. And 2024 is definitely going to be another year of that. If I don't do anything else, we will have parties at my house. We will have cookouts. We will have things like that that enrich my life, because that was everything this year. Absolutely everything. So I look forward to 2024 through it. And I hope you do too. And I hope you have that in your life. And because everybody needs it. All right. And family's who you make it. So it doesn't have to be blood. Family is always chosen. Always. Because even, you know, there's blood family you choose not to have in your life, if you know what I mean. So family is who you make it. And your life's what you make it. So I hope it's full of family, because in the end, that's all you're going to have. So, and that's a little too deep for a planning video, Beverly. Don't ever do that again. All right. Till next time, y'all. Bye. Oh, hey, if you made it to the end, go follow me on Instagram. I'll put it down it's down in the links. I'm going to be doing updates over there this week. All right. While I'm traveling. I'll see y'all. Bye.